Hey, today is a very special day for me. I'm Stacy, I'm 24 years old, and this is, right here, right now, what you're watching, this is my coming out video. I came out once before to the internet, and I told my story like a long time ago. It was probably a long time ago. We're in 2014, this is a new year, and I have an update for you. I'm gonna take you on a little journey of how and when I came out and tell you my story. And hopefully it can help you guys. Maybe some of you can identify with me, so bear with me. I ramble a lot, but we're gonna get through this. Like I mentioned, my name is Stacy, I'm 24, I live in Southern California. I've been living here my entire life, I love it. I am very, very fortunate and very lucky to live in a state where it has now become legal for the same-sex marriage to happen, just like that. I didn't find out that I was a raging homosexual until probably my sophomore, freshman year. I've always had these weird like attractions toward girls, but I always thought that it was because I wanted to be like them, and I always thought that it was because she had really nice hair and I wanted to have her hair. Growing up I was very, very tomboyish, very shy, very self-conscious. My self-esteem was like super low. I always got bullied. I didn't really know how to break out of my shell. I was never really taught to be self-confident. I was never really taught to do a lot of things. And I came from a family where the number one thing was work hard. For my father was work hard, work hard, work hard to provide for your family. And he never got the love that a child or anybody deserves. He worked since he was 7 years old all the way up to he was physically ill and couldn't anymore. For those of you who watch me, you know that my father passed away 3 years ago on December 5th. My family wasn't really close, but where am I going with this? I think I was just trying to say that I was never taught to stand up for myself or anything like that, so I always kind of just held it in, and I never knew, and I guess that ended up making me very shy, very self-conscious, and my self-esteem was just never there. I just never really had one, and I still tried to be a good kid and a happy kid, and then slowly but surely I started realizing that there was just so much more out in the world, and there was a lot of things that I didn't know. Like by the 8th grade, I didn't even freaking know that lesbians or gay people or transsexual or transgender or queer or any of that existed. I didn't know, and as opposed to other people who already knew what sex was in 5th grade. Backtrack a few years, 5th grade, I had all these little crushes on all these little boys, and I had a lot of like boyfriends, but I mean I guess what you consider puppy love boyfriends, you know, it was never like anything serious, as it is when you're older. After that, I really let go of all my feelings, and I noticed that I had attractions for girls, and I didn't think it was like, she's so pretty, I want to be like her. It was more like, I would like to kiss you sometime. It was strange for me. I had a crush on this girl. She was really pretty. I always wanted to be around her. She was a teacher's assistant. This was like 7th grade. Maybe it was 6th grade. I don't know. I don't remember. I always wanted her at my table helping me out, and then we would like giggle and say stupid things, and it was funny. And then, I don't know, I caught myself thinking about her a lot, and it was just really weird. But I never thought anything about it. Later on, I met this other girl who was the new girl, and I thought she was super gorgeous, and I wanted to be her friend. And she had really pretty eyes, and then one day we just started holding hands, and then people started calling me a lesbian. Back then it was a sore topic, like sore subject, and people would rather not talk about it and make it a negative thing rather than be open-minded and actually, you know, touch the subject in a way that the honest truth is just that we're all humans and there's nothing wrong or different about us. We just have different qualities, and it doesn't make us alienated or different, it just makes us unique. I'm off on a tangent again. Let's go back to what I was saying. So 8th grade I had this crush on this girl, and I had the crush with the girl that I held hands with, so I never understood why people were calling me a lesbian, and I felt really bad, I felt really self-conscious, and I was like, why are people calling me a lesbian? I don't even know, I'm not even that, I don't even know what a lesbian is. People were asking me like, hey, are you a lesbian? And I was like, I don't know what that means, and I would just say no because I really didn't think I was. I was always crushing on a new boy. Sophomore year, I found out that there was a girl that liked other girls. I got in contact with her because she was telling my ex-boyfriend at the time that she loved him and he was loving her, and I don't know what the hell went on, but I went on his MySpace, like the FBI girlfriend that I was. I don't really consider this to be like a serious relationship because it wasn't. It was like lasted for like 3 days. That's how I came out to my friends at school and the people at school. I didn't willingly come out and be like, oh, glory, and the parties must start because I am a homosexual. It never came out that way. It never was like that. I never planned it. Somebody just saw me kissing the girl, and she already had a reputation, if you know what I mean, with the boys. Yeah. And I guess it just was like one person told the other, and the whole school like already knew. When people were coming to me like, hey, Stacey, are you gay? Is it true you have a girlfriend? Oh, is it true that you're a lesbian? And now I was like, guess what? You can't do this to me again, because I know what this terminology is now. But yet I was still denying it. No, I think I did deny it to some people because it got really irritating really fast. And it was like, to me, it was like, why do I gotta tell you? You're not even my friend. Why do I gotta even tell the guy next to you? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, why does it matter? But there was one person that really affected that, and that was one of my best guy friends, and he basically told me, I don't see the same way. I can't really see the same way after what I've heard. That guy's not in my life anymore. I don't talk to him. Rarely will I ever talk to him. I talked to him maybe like 2-3 years ago. It's been a long time. But those are the kind of people that you don't need around. I just want to touch on that real quick because this is my coming out story, but I want to let you guys know that honestly, if somebody doesn't accept you for who you are, you need to cut them out of their lives, because they are not going to be your support system in any way, and you need to find people who do accept you, because those are the people that are always going to be with you and support you no matter what, even if you have they're going to accept you. And if it really hurts you that much, I'm here for you. I'll accept you. Come on, let's bring it in. You already know the drill. I never thought of it to be like, oh god, I gotta tell my parents now, like this is I gotta tell my parents. But little by little I started thinking, shit, this is bad. Like I can't be this way. I can't tell my parents, like I can't let them know about me, because I knew my mom would freak out. Well, first of all, I didn't even know what coming out was. Like I didn't even know what coming out of the closet was. Like I didn't get it. I just didn't understand. And then I realized, oh, okay, it's like I have to tell my parents that I'm gay, or I have to tell, but I didn't think, back then I just didn't think that was something so like important. I kept it from my mom for the longest time ever. She started suspecting when I started talking to my second girlfriend, or my real first girlfriend, that I was talking to this girl so much. She would check the phone bill, she would check the numbers. One day, oh my god, one day I came home and she goes, what is this? I kid you not, my mom is not that crazy anymore, but my entire phone bill, she had highlighted the same number over and over and over again throughout the, there was like 20 pages of them, and they were all highlighted. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta escape, I gotta elope, I don't know how, but I gotta do it now. She even took me to therapy for that. And she suspected so hard, and my dad never said anything. He never said anything, and to this day, I don't know what he would have said if I came out to him. I never did. I found YouTube in high school, and it became my support system, and I realized like I'm lonely, I don't want to come out to my parents, I'm very scared, and that's when I got on here, because I knew that it was going to help me in some way, and I found others that were like me, and I thought it was awesome. 3 years ago, I met one girl that I fell so in love with, and it was the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me, besides YouTube and you guys. She was my everything, and this girl made me just want to do so much, and she motivated me to do so much, and I found myself simply looking at her for strength, and I noticed, wow, she has this amazing family that accepts her, and accepts, you guys tell me I say accept funny, but yeah. I thought, wow, this girl has like an amazing family that accepts her, and I want to be like that. So slowly I became learning that it was okay to be who I was and be gay, and it shouldn't make anything any different. And I said I want to tell my mom, because I want to show my family what a great girl I have. So I never did come out, because I was so scared. But I just couldn't come out because I wasn't ready. I just couldn't do it, and I knew that she was counting on me, and it hurt me because it wasn't fair to her, and I wasn't fair to me either. So, but she came to terms with it, and she stayed with me. I was finally happy, and then we broke up, and I couldn't stop crying. This whole time, I knew my family knew. My mom's not stupid. Moms always know everything. I just had to tell my mom and my sister because they were there for me, and I just basically told my mom, like, I don't want you to not love me anymore, and you're not gonna understand, and I'm scared. But she was telling me, no, Stacey, just tell me what it is. Like, I promise, you know, I promise that I'm not gonna see you in any other light. And my sister was there. My sister had sent me a text prior to this and was like, Stace, what's wrong? Like, she had seen me crying. She was like, Stace, what's wrong? You can tell me anything. She was like, was it a boy or a girl? Are you having boy or girl problems? And I was like, oh, you know. So I knew they knew. It was never something that I highly doubted. I just knew they knew. So she was sitting right next to me, and my sister was like, hey, you know, like, it's okay, I accept you no matter what, and I'm sure mom will too. She's like, you're her daughter, she loves you. And my mom was like, oh, you'll make a new friend later on. And I was like, it's not that, you don't get me, you don't get me. And my sister was like, no, mom, it's like a breakup. And my mom was like, fine, like, pues que creen que yo nací ayer? And I was like, no, mom, we know, I know you know, I know you know. I was crying, I wasn't like all this excited, but I was telling her, I was like, mom, I know you know, I know you know. But she's like, it's okay. She's like, well, don't be, you have to be strong, blah, blah. She's like, I lost your dad, and it's really hard. And anyway, so it was so like, I always thought it was going to be like, oh my god, this entire world that I'm carrying on my back. It's like, now off, and it was a big relief. It wasn't, but I think it was because I had lost something that was so dear to me, and gain something. Like I said, gain something in return. But it is nice to be out, and it is nice to not have to hide anymore. After that, my sister was always talking to me. She never treated me any different. She asked me questions about everything that happened, and it was nice. It was nice. It's cool. They don't treat me any different. It was not the way I planned for it to come out, but I always tell you guys that there's never a way, there's never an exact plan on how it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen the way it's meant to happen. And that's how I came out. I went through a heartbreak. That's what it was. And I didn't get kicked out like I thought I would. My mom didn't say she was disappointed in me or anything like that, or she didn't disown me, so I was very thankful and I was very blessed. I was also very sad that I couldn't share that with the one person that I love so much, and it was too late. So, and if I had to tell you guys one thing about coming out and accepting yourself, don't rush it, because rushing things never works. It never works out to be good. You want to take your time, and you don't think that you have to come out. Don't think that it's something you need to do to be living normal. You don't have to, at least not right away. If it's something that you really want to do, you can do it, but do it when you feel like it's a better time for you, like it's the moment for you. Don't do it because you think other people think it's the right moment for you. I was pressured a lot to come out, and I didn't like that, and I couldn't deal with that, but I wasn't going to give in because I wasn't ready myself. I'm more important than the people that were pressuring me to do it. I am more important than the pressure that was put on me to do it. Not saying that nobody's more important than me, because I'm not. I'm not more important than anybody in this world. But for me, for my well-being, for my own heart, for my health, for everything that I believed in, it was not ready. I was not ready. It was not the time for me. Until most recently, when I had to just let it all out because I needed the support from my family. So if I have to leave you with one thing, please don't ever rush, and please don't ever think that that's the thing that you have to do, that that's your number one goal is come out of the closet. That does never have to be anything. That's just another quality of you. That's just something else that makes you you, and that's it. There's no number one rule that you have to come out. There's nothing that says that you need to come out, that that's how you have to do it and you need to do it now. You do it when you're ready, when you think it's your time to do it, when you feel more ready. Don't do it because you think that's the right thing to do. Don't do it because other people think you need to do it. Don't do it because you think that if you do it, everything's going to be better. Because you know what? You have to be prepared for the consequences that may come with that. Sometimes there will be no consequences. Sometimes there will be. But you need to be prepared. And if I have to just say it one more time, just don't rush. Don't rush things. You come out when you're ready. There's never going to be a perfect time to do it, but there always is going to be a better time. So I'm sorry if that got so sappy and emotional, but I just wanted to tell you guys that I love you guys. Thank you for watching this. I'm just another coming out video on here, but I think the more that we share, the more people that share on here, the more we are telling everybody else that we're here for them, and there are more out there like us, and we are your support system. and we all are a community, and that's what's so beautiful about having YouTube and the LGBT community come together, LGBTQ, because I know there's always a Q in there, but it's so long, come together, and together we can make a change, even if it's one person at a time. So thank you for watching this. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to find out more about me, you can subscribe. Everything's down below. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Until next time.